Making my way downtown. Fast. What's everyone up to? Well, let me see. What are we doing today? Rot should be finished. So. Swap you guys over to game. Material, slave shop, slave shop, slave shop, slave shop. Ooh. What's up, Zesky? Just the redoing the ones that I needed to redo. Stone Camp South. Is that what this is? Nope. What's up, Alt F4? Stone Camp South. Am I? How do I sound? It might be you. I can't tell. Grindstone Rot. Old Village. Port North. Port South. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I don't know if you guys were here or not. I'm assuming not though, but I was talking to Moron. I think what I'm gonna do is on the weekends, I think starting next week, what I'll end up doing is uh, doing like a morning stream and recording like Borderlands 3 or something like that, and then uploading that to YouTube, and then from there I will during the weekdays. So I'll do a morning stream and I'll do an afternoon stream. So in the morning I'll do a game or something, and in the afternoon I'll do Kenshi modding. And then I'll end up doing like shorter streams. So I'll still stream roughly the same amount, um, but I'll do some playthroughs and stuff um, early in the morning, and then depending on how it goes, I'll upload those to YouTube just as they are. I don't have time to edit it and anything, so I'm just gonna end up putting that on YouTube as is. I generally feel like when I'm doing Kenshi modding, it's a lot easier to talk about what's going on. But whenever I'm playing a game, I'm just so focused on the game, it's hard to narrate what I'm doing. So what I'm doing now is because I finished up uh, the Grand Bazaar now called Karsi. Um, there's a giant space in the hook. Not necessarily. I could go into the vanilla files and delete things, but it's just easier to do this. Um, Now, when I save it, it'll save as a 0 kilobyte file usually. But if it's any higher than 0 kilobytes, then it's easy to track down stuff. Um, Also, I'll show you. Um, the game will tell me when I'm in this version of Kenshi. The game will tell me where there's shit floating. Like if you ever see a pop up in the middle of the screen, it's telling me that something is floating there. If I do, uh, so for those of you that are here, if you're paying attention, if you're on like the beach in the Great Desert, and then you go back, this is where the actual border for the Great Desert starts. So just in case you want a nice place to build on the edge of most of the coast. Let me see. Teleport him over here. I'll show you why. So the nun zone, yeah. Not this zone. There's like this entire region is like its own zone out into the ocean. So you're not going to find a lot of good resources here, but along the coast, anywhere, basically everywhere out here, it's all the same region. Anywhere there is ocean, you can be up here, like this little area over here in the Cannibal Plains. It's all the same region. So you can live on the coast, um, and have water fertility. Obviously, you'll have to find stone and iron, copper the same way, because they're obviously not going to spawn in the water. Um, but yeah, um, so it's 100% everything, green, arid, and swamp. The reason I did it like this, there's a decent wind speed too. Um, you're not going to get the highs and lows because it's obviously lower to the water. If you're in a mountainous region, you'll get more wind. Um, but the reason I did it like this is because I plan on having more oil refineries out there, around the area. Um, so that let me just be lazy about it. Let me see. So I think we're all good here. So this, where did I put it? I think it was here. Maybe right there? No, it was in here. It was in the inlet, yeah, because I put the bridge right there. Where am I at? I'm up here. No. If I add more land to the map, it basically would make me have to have people manually install this and replace vanilla files anytime there's a Kenshi 1 update, which is obviously not very useful for a lot of players. Yeah, I don't think he's done anything wrong with his mod, but I'm not Scar. I'm not gonna make people manually replace stuff. Yeah. What did I do? I did. Um, it. I probably could. It would probably because I think there's a scaling option. So don't. It's not too bad. Uh, like I don't know who it was yesterday, but somebody came by and was like, "Hey, how do you do that so fast?" And I was just like, I don't know. I like doing it, I guess, and it makes it a lot easier. Um, so I had to rebuild this entire. I don't know if you just got here, but I had to rebuild this entire slave camp. So all I did was uh, basically picture it in my head like I had it last time. Because right now I'm having to rebuild some of this update. Um, but yeah, it's not too bad. The worst thing is this damn menu. I need to clean it up. Um, like I don't need whatever this is. Like labs is useless. Um, walls, training tech, storage. You know what I mean? Like all these are fine, but then I have stuff like this, the old. Okay, so I mean, I guess if I was to do uh, complete all research. I actually saw something I wanted to check the other day. So basically, the menu isn't as bad, but like I still have old furniture and lights popping up. Um, pitch buildings will eventually go into camping. But basically, and then there's like pyramids. Pyramids will go in just normal buildings. There's also where is it at? Because it has no. And then stuff like hold on, beep, or beep. All of these are just going to be compressed into 3 sections or 4 sections. And then these will be like your town centers. Um, so part of this next update will be, if you haven't seen it, there's a mod on the workshop called Advanced Camping. Me and Azazel did all the assets for that. He had the basic idea, and I just polished it up and then published it. So this update, basically what you'll do, if you want to start a base, instead of like going into camping, putting down a bed, and then using that, and then picking it up and moving on. If you want to set down a base, what you'll do is you'll use what I'm calling like town centers. So maybe it's a statue, maybe it's a flag, maybe it's a giant water fountain or something like that, or maybe it's a building. Maybe you'll use your town center as a building. Um, and then what you'll do is you'll say you use the roads. You'll plan out your roads. So then you'll have think think like this. So basically, when I'm building a town, I'm like, okay, I want to build right here. This is my town center. So I'll use um, maybe, let me see, go to like exterior, and I'll have I guess that won't work. I'm trying to think of something big to use. So maybe you'll have something like this. Something stupidly tall like this, right? This will be your town center. Of course, it could be like it could be like a flag. It could be like that. And then what I want players to get used to doing is planning out how they want their base. So you build your town center, and it plants the town marker. And then say you're like, I want a building here, and a building here, and a building here, and a building here. Okay, I'll just connect walls in between these buildings. Um, you know what I mean? And then it simplifies the process. Or you might have something like, if I go to the beep statues, you might be like, let me place this statue. I might make some of these bigger. And then you're like, you know what? I'm thinking I want a small shack here, 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 and here, and these are going to be storage units. And then um, maybe I want to put a Morehouse here, here, and here, and then I'll use maybe some Hiver stuff, and I'll put a dome. I'll put a dome house, here. Okay, look, now I've got my town, planned out. And then you'll also have stuff like roads. So how do you want your town to function? Of course, this is all completely optional, but it gives players the chance to get into the building menu a lot better. So say they're like, I want from the town center, I want my roads to go. That's not going to work. I want my roads to go like this. And then all of a sudden now you've got pathways figured out, which means you now have sections in your town and you know what to do with it. It's just a general idea right now, but I want players to explore the build menu more than what they do right now. Because now what you see is players are like, you know, let me create some walls. So they'll go all the way down to walls, and they're like, let me focus on this wall. Okay, so I'm going to go here, and then here, and then here, and then probably here, maybe here, and then here. And then they're like, wow, look at all this wasted space I could have used. And then they're like, well, they run into trouble of like, oh no, my gate doesn't snap and stuff like that. So I'm thinking if I can get players in the habit, because this is something I started doing. This is something I started doing early on. Is I would take different torches in the F12 menu, um, and I would go, okay, so a blast tube is gonna be like production area. So maybe I want production area to be here. And I would still be living out of a city, like early in the game. So I would be living out of a city, and I'm like, you know what? Blast tube is going to be production area on the left side. Um, and then maybe what I'll do is I'll put lampposts here, and these will be farms around this area. Um, and then I would just fill out the town. And then once the town is filled out, and I've got all my buildings down, then I put the walls around it. And what this does is this allows players to live safely, but also build their base. And they don't have to worry about getting walls up. Because what I see a lot in the community is players will go, yeah, just go out there and throw your walls up first. And then, somebody builds a tiny shack, and they're like, hey, I just built my very first storm house, and now I'm getting raided. Now I can't put my walls up because all my characters are dead. Basically I want to change how players view the build menu. There's more to it in the first tech level than that, but basically the idea is that players will travel, they'll find a spot they want to base, and they'll plant a flag down, or a statue or something like that. It'll be something cheap. Um, and then they'll carry on their way, and they'll go and explore ruins and stuff like that, and then they'll go back and they'll build a little bit more of their base, and then they'll go and do something else, and then they'll go and build a little bit more of their base, and stuff like that. So the idea is that, if you're building your base right here, you're like, let me go and check out these ruins. So you just plant a flag down so you remember where your base is. You go over here and you're like, yeah, you know what? I'll go and loot these ruins. Well, now these ruins will have, so like, if this one was like a broken library ruin, it would be mostly building materials. You're like, yeah, fuck, let me go and get these building materials, that I don't have to worry about having mines down, having power down, having, lights down at night so I can continue building stuff efficiently, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much process that I just feel like a lot of players, when they get into the game, they stress out over. And then when you're at the point like most of the Genesis community is, you just end up, uh, you're like, fuck it, I'll go and buy, you know, 50 building materials because I know how much this one thing costs. Um, so it'll help newer players. And then there'll be a bunch of like benefits to camping. Um, and then there'll be more benefits to like resting in a bed in your town. So you obviously can't build beds. There'll be three different type of beds. There'll be camping beds, which will have their own healing rates. All the camping beds will have their own healing rates. Um, so the normal one, let me see, camping. So this camp bed compared to like a fish bed or a savage bed. So this will be like the normal rate. This will be like terrible, and this will be like a little bit better than this one. So best camping bed, medium camping bed, worst camping bed because you're sleeping on fish. Who the fuck wants to sleep on fish? Um, but the general idea is, um, yeah. But I mean, so the whole thing is like to give players a choice because this is how this will work. This is the best, right? So if the normal camping bed, or there's like a plus camping bed, in advanced camping, that'll be added. So if this is the best bed, you're only going to be able to buy this when you're camping. So um, this can be created on the fly. This can be created on the fly, but this can only be bought. So you'll want camping rolls. You'll want to buy camping rolls for your party. And then on top of that, you'll have, so you have these beds, and then you'll have, let's say a double bed, a regular bed, a fancy bed, and then a bed with a pillow, right? So then you'll have different healing rates for each one of these. So worst, but still better than the camping bed, better, and then better than this one. This is even more uh, uh, of a benefit to have, and then this one will be the best. So if you rush this at first, um, you know, and these will all be like all your bed stuff will be created from stuff you already have in your base. Um, but say you're using this one, right? If you're using this one, you're going to get a huge sleeping bonus. So then you're just going to go, or healing bonus really, um, and stuff like that. If your characters are being lazy and they're sitting down, their food rate will go down much slower because they're not exerting energy, right? So now there's going to be a benefit to having sitting as a job. Whenever your character is idle, they're not just going to stand around. Though if you make them sit down, they're going to use less resources. Um, there's other things like what is it? If I go to this, go to restful places. If you're smoking, it's gonna make you really hungry. If your character is sitting here, um, I I just thought that would be a funny gimmick. But the general idea is to make everything a benefit to the player. This, if you really need healing, just craft it with like a fish. If you really need healing, you can go up to, you know, uh, like a tree somewhere and cut it down. I don't know the resources I'll use for this yet. Um, but basically, you'll just go up to a resource node, grab the resources, and build this. Um, so they'll be like better off. Um, and then if you have the camp bed, you can just build it. So I want everything to have a benefit to the player in some form. Um, or even, like the cases of restful places, um, you'll have to worry about um, a character sitting there for too long, and stuff like that. There will be new furniture, so I haven't showed you this yet, um, but I'm using Katarina's. So these will be your cozy benefits, right? Um, you'll have to steal these blueprints from noble houses um, in the United Cities, and all the noble houses and stuff like that. Then you have like rugs, pillows. You can uh, do nothing with them really. Tables, chairs. They'll provide a little bit more of a buff to your hunger rate. Um, but yeah, so the beds, they'll be able to, they'll give you a bigger boost. So anyways, what the fuck was I doing? Right, roads. But the basic idea is to make players travel more. Um, and from where they're traveling, um, you want everything to have a use. So when you go to a ruin and it is ruined, the benefits of being there will be the fact that it has materials. So you won't always have to build mines. You can, you know what I mean? You can save your power for something else, like researching or crafting weapons. And then you can have a smaller footprint base. And stuff like that. So you'll be able to buy more and scavenge more, which should really open up play styles. If you guys weren't here yesterday, um, if you're in the Foglands and you're at one of the static death yards now, let me turn you off, turn Fog off. Um, there's now stuff at these static places, so you guys can, you know, say you have to travel through this region, right? You'll now have a reason to go here instead of like, oh no, my character is, stuck to a prisoner pole. There are less prisoner poles, a little bit less assets going on overall, but it should help out players on their travels. So every location will have different loot. Every location will have. I'm gonna delete this town, the low poly town. Um, every location will have loot and stuff like that, even if it's minor. Might be something extra to sell while you're on your way to Mongrel, right? Or it may be a health kit that, another traveler happened to lose. Um, and then I'll probably today add in some random items from the limb vendor list. Um, so that it spawns with like body parts, which makes a little more sense. Something I did for the cannibals as well. Many of the cannibals have like heads on their spikes and stuff like that. Let me see. So because this is Port South, I built a dock here. And then this is Port North. Uh, did I use? No, I didn't. What did I do? It was storage barrel. Um, Shadows are glitching out. Uh, let me see. What the fuck did I do with the 5 barrels? Oh, shop barrels. Nope, that's not it. Did I delete them? I don't remember deleting them. No, because this is an older version, so I wouldn't have deleted them. No, wait, that was one of the first things I did. So, Boxes, chest. Alright, whatever. I'll just do 3s then. I need like a stack of boxes. I've got to see what Snug Snug has in his asset packs. I've never once looked at them. I got to see if I want to pull anything from there. Secure. These are the safes, right? Yep, safes. I should probably just rename that to safes. You need to go. Steel bars. Let me see. Where the fuck is iron? Building, storage. I think something is. I've got to figure out where the fuck everything is. Yeah. Okay. Fabric chest, flour, boxes, chest, metal crate, food, fuel. No, I don't need fuel. Green fruit. That should be fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's just one dock. I added a barge outside last time. It's really low poly textures. Mm, I know you do team colors, but I've also got these, so. Will you also reorganize items from all mods? Yes, yes. So everything will have its own subcategory. So all the crates and box-like structures will be under storage boxes. And then if it's something like specific to something like storage capacitors, you'll have storage capacitors. Storage fish, storage. I might do farm resources, storage farm. So these are all your raw materials, and then I'll do storage ores, and then you'll have your ore uh, arrows, um, and then storage food has a bunch of different stuff like uh, general purpose food barrels already. And these are really good textures. But the general idea is to um, delete some of the stuff, and then eventually replace it with unique models, which I should have done. And then you'll have like general purpose boxes. I've got a bunch. Boron's got a bunch of raw material storage, and they're like open crates. So like this open crate has like copper. Another open crate has like stone. Another open crate has like iron ore in it. So you'll see more stuff like that whenever Boron is finished with it, of course, because it's him. He starts a project and he's like, yeah, okay, now time for something new. And it's like, wait, but you didn't finish the last one. He's like, oh, I can finish it tomorrow. And it's like, okay. Mhm. Yeah, you get to like 80%. I think you're a lot like me in that regard. Obviously not with like the mod or something like that, but I tend to YouTube series, movies, books, games. Like if it doesn't really hook me in, I'll get to like 80% and I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of know what the ending is. All right, it's all good. I'm good. Yeah, Boron just put his storage link in the chat if you guys want to look at what I was talking about. How did I want to do this? Town. Yeah, they're not sadly not dynamic. Maybe something like that is possible in Kenshi too. Um, Pretty sure I had like that. Now, Snug came up with a, which is why I want to go back through his building models, because Snug came up with a way to upgrade storages. Not so much that they would be dynamic, but just that you could do more with them. Um, like expand the storage size, kind of. I don't know if you upgrade them or not. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm outlining the town, and then I'll go back through and flatten out the walls, and then stagger them. I gotta be really careful. I keep pressing buttons left and right. It's it depends. So in some cases, you want cities to have like a really terrible look. Um, in other cases, the walls are kind of the bread and butter of a city, right? So it doesn't make sense that many of these cities wouldn't take care of their walls. The idea generally for me is just to create some kind of pattern with the walls. Whoops. Sometimes simple walls are very easy to make for cities, um, because they'll slope up away from the gate. So you just need to even them out, and then it creates a nice staggered effect. Sometimes like this, and then you just have to touch up the height a little bit. Kind of like this. Not doing much adjusting, just erasing the slope. That's not bad. It looks a little off. It's not terrible though. That's better. Okay. Um, what did I do here? Did I do swamp walkways or what? No, I used What? Where did you go? Dang it. Oh god. I always forget that it does that. Hold on. Turn off my camera collision. Where did you go? What the hell? It's gone. Okay then. Well, on the bright side. Oh no, even the physics is gone. Oops. Yeah. So where the Ashland's just a random bridge, and you're like, huh, I watched that happen on stream. Let me add the terrain back in. God damn it. Give me my bridge section back. Exterior. Tower light A, B, B, A. And what did I do for lights last time? I think it was the extended. Tell you what, I gotta go back to fucking kindergarten and learn my ABCs all over again. Get your ass back up here. Why the fuck are you floating so high? What the fuck? What's up, Puller? So to reiterate, what I was saying to everyone who was here, what I'll likely do, starting Monday, I'll probably stream tomorrow, but I'm just gonna do like a chill stream, game, whatever. Probably start early in the morning and then just hang out with you guys all day. Get to know you guys better, whatever. So what I'll probably start doing is in the morning, I'll stream 3-4 hours of a game, record that. If possible, I'll upload it to YouTube. Just to start putting stuff on YouTube, and then in the afternoon I will do Kenshi streams, and then I'll probably get off around 5. So I'll do like 3 hours in the morning, and then like 4 or 5 hours um, in the evening. And then, so I'll do game early in the morning through the weekdays. So Monday through Friday, I'll do game early in the morning, Kenshi in the afternoon, and then split up my time like that. I'll try to upload the game episode every noon. Try to. I don't know how good the internet is going to be for uploading, but we'll see. No edits, anything like that. I'm just gonna straight up upload it, and then in the afternoon, I'll probably get off around like 5-ish, and then upload that to YouTube. So at the very minimum, every day we'll have a Kenshi stream upload to YouTube. That way I can save the VODs for much longer, and it'll give players and the community a little bit more back and forth. Um, a little bit easier way to track progress. Maybe they want to see how modding is done. Maybe I'm sitting here and I'm just talking shit. You know what I mean? But so if I cannot upload um, the game, whatever game I'm playing in the morning, I'm going to start streaming anyways, and I will worry about the game on the weekends or something like that. So I'll just upload like maybe 5 episodes on a Saturday or something like that. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, I think what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to do random streams. So whenever I start streaming, I'll be streaming games, or maybe I'll mod Kenshi the whole day. But I'll try to get off around 5 so I can upload at a minimum every single Kenshi stream. Whether they're 4 hours, 5 hours, or if I stream for 10 hours. See where that comes in. And then Boron says he's working on a couple updates. So for things, for mods and projects he's got going on. So I'll be doing more showing off and stuff like that coming up here somewhat soon. Boron's got a couple updates. He says he would like to show off on stream, so we'll get the whole community tied up in that. Um, for those that I have not yet discussed this, but tomorrow, maybe not tomorrow, maybe next weekend. So I think what I'll do is next weekend, I will probably be modding Kenshi both days, Saturday and Sunday, except I will not be making Genesis. I made a promise to Coco Plays to make a mod for him, um, which will basically entail creating these giant arenas. If you guys have ever been a part of Coco Plays community, you'll know exactly why I'm making the arenas. And then I'll have different assets to show off and pretty towns, but the basic premise is you submit your characters and then you fight other people's characters, and then there will be prizes. I'll be making the mod, I'll be making the stuff like that, so we'll see how that goes. But I just figured I would tell you, I want to have that done by um, July 1st at the latest. If I can have it done by June and me and Coco can get some feedback in, that would be great. But I want to have that done as soon as possible. There's only 5 arenas I plan on creating. Uh, so I'll create one in the Ashlands. I'll create one in the swamps. I'll create one in the Foglands. I'll create one in the desert. Um, maybe in Shun, because that would be pretty. Um, but yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Just figured I would let you guys know in advance. Yeah, so basically, yeah, but who doesn't go to Shem? You know what I mean? Like, who doesn't go to Shem? Um, so if you want a giant arena for quote unquote players to battle in on stream, you want it to be unique and eye catching. And I think a lot of places like Shun has who the hell goes to Shun, right? Um, the hook is cool, but people go there because of Clown Steady. Um, people do go to the islands. They base there. A lot of people, because in vanilla it says none. When you go there, I'll probably do the desert because the desert is the desert. Everybody goes there. I could do the floodlands and the foglands, fog islands. But we'll see. I want to do 5. We may end up doing more on stream. So we'll see what happens. But I want to have that done as soon as I can. And then what we'll probably end up doing is, if I can get their approval of it, what I want to do is I want to sync it up with a Kenshi sale. So maybe that's a summer sale, maybe that's an autumn sale, and then we'll run the whole event for the entirety of the community. And if I can pressure them into it, I want to get the developers to appear. Um, the reality is they're very busy people, so they're probably not going to, maybe but for a minute or two, but I want to get the whole community involved in it. And I'm not talking just like Genesis, I'm talking like the entirety of Kenshi community. So we'll do advertising for the event beforehand, to pair up with a stream, new players, and, you know, just draw a lot of attention to it. I'll probably get a couple streamers um, in a call, and we'll just all navigate it on Coco's stream. We'll see what happens, but I'm trying to get it done before the next sale, because at the very least, I can have Dan help us advertise it, along with Shadan. Dan can advertise it on Twitter, and Shadan can help us put a post up on, or Arctonus put a post up on Reddit, and then we'll just advertise through the Discord channels as well, on every server. So, anyways, dock looks good. Let's see, I should probably reset the gates. This is a slave farm. Technically not. I mean, it is a slave farm, but slave farm, slave farm, slave farm, slave farm. All right, let me see. I'm gonna swap you guys over to desktop real quick while I open up. Where am I at? There we go. Okay. Hello to the rest of you that just appeared. I'm not gonna repeat fucking everything I just said, so, you know, sucks to suck, but you can rewind a little bit. Let me see. Save, exit, exit. We'll open up the FCS. Go to Genesis, Port South. Let me see. I think I had 2 slave shops, but I need the farms, so. Okay, I don't need storage guards. I don't need cage shacks. Don't need a generator shack. So UC materials, maybe? Stone camp shop. It's not just a stone camp shop, so I could duplicate it, but I don't want to. Trade prices don't do anything. Neither does roaming squads. I'm going to add a actual bar here. So bar 1. You only spawn in outpost 4. That's right. Let me see. What the fuck do I name this shop? Because it's not. It doesn't just appear in the stone camp. And I can't just call it general shop. That's a stupid name. Materials shop? United Cities materials? What do you guys think? Stone camp trader. Slave material trader. Give him a random name. Bellathor's General Goods Store. Yeah, but I mean, that would make sense if it was a general goods store. You know what I should do? I should just rip all of Bellathor's dialogue from Skyrim and put it on a random shop character. Slave material shop? Fuck Nazim. I'm not gonna add that asshole. Plus, then I would need a cloud district. I would literally have to. I mean, he would make sense in Heft, but that's fuck it. That's fine. I'm not gonna worry about the name. UC materials. Slave barracks. Oh, that's not a bard. That's a resident. Resident. Uh, bar 1. So I'll have 2 outposts, 4s. 2. They'll share it equally. Who is Wada Wada? Wada these nuts. Slave shop works. Residents add. Slave. That's not it. It's UC. It's not suck. It's UC. No, it would make more sense in Hang or Heft because they're the richest cities in game. Have you been to Trader's Edge very often? Oh no, of course you haven't. They don't let poor people in. Um, uh, 2. Oh, the trade district. That's good. Um, there's a noble. There's a noble in Hang. I could make Nazim the Hang noble. Just replace the dialogue. Yeah, he really could be. He really could be a unique noble. But I think the Hang noble is no. Who the fuck is the Hang noble? Is that's Oh yeah, I could do that because it's just an added noble. Uh, what was I doing? Port South. Okay, and then bar squads. See, caravan, merc, 110, 150, 125, 230, gate guards 2-3, slavery barracks 1, camp shop 1, workers 3, which are and then WADA. So S3, S4, S4, 2 long shops. Okay. Oh, I know exactly how I would do it. I would implement it in such a way that not only is he an asshole, but he has the power to make you give him money just for not being able to buy stuff. uh, Players would hate that. Of course, I need to make a new save. Save, open. Game starts. Uh, yeah, I'm not gonna mess with uh what the fuck is her name? Nico? I'm not gonna mess with her character. If anything, I would just add a more annoying character. I had an idea a while back. I wanted to add like town criers, but I never implemented it because with all the dialogue that will be happening in cities, I was just like, what the fuck? Where the fuck are my roads? They're not even underground, and they weren't deleted. It's not like they weren't saved because obviously I pressed what the fuck. And they're not under the ground. Also, those rocks are weird. It's like upside down ground penises. Okay. Everybody's like, Atlas, why do updates take so long? And I'm like, because sometimes I don't understand how the fucking engine works. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. Let's try this again. Road. Frame. Stone. Well, I mean, that's already not right. Well, no, so there's no way the progress couldn't have been saved, right? Because I put that was the very first thing I put down was the bridge, and then I put all the buildings on top of it, and then I put the walls. So if the progress wasn't saved, then nothing else would be here. Yeah, I don't either. Atlas, why did the updates take so long? Maybe because I don't know where half the shit goes. I build a town and sometimes it just disappears. No, give me this one. There we go. I don't know. I don't know. Right, but all assets are in Genesis to avoid that problem in of itself. So if the game forgot about it, then the game forgot about Genesis, which wouldn't make sense because all of the save data is Genesis. Anyways, not a big deal. Um, um, don't need that disappearing again. All right. So what did I say? Outpost 4. I have two of them. So, um, the bar would probably be. Come back here, mouse. God damn it. So bar, bar. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's right. We're in desktop mode. Hold on. There we go. Let me see. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. Longhouse. I need an L house. Fuck. I keep doing that. Anyways, now we get to see if the bridge is there. And before it just magically is gone again. It's there. So in case anybody is wondering what happened with that crash, why I crashed, it's because I took a building and for whatever reason used the floor button with the building in my hand. So if I do like this and then I click the floor, it crashes the game. Don't know why. I wouldn't even be able to tell you why. If it was 1.0.34 and I still had the threading up on the top, I might be able to figure out why and then hand it over to the devs, but I don't have the threading in the top anymore, which told me what everything in the game was doing, like the resource monitor down here. Right. So outpost. Outpost. What do I want to do? Just confirm that, save that. Longhouse. I think I have 2 of these. So 1, 2, confirm, save. And then I need storm houses. So 1, 1. Save those. You know, I always want a kid, but every time I'm out in public and I hear a kid, I'm just like, man, I want to punch that baby in the face. All right. I'm not adding guns, dumbass. Fuck a baby. I don't give it. I mean, don't. Don't. Oh. Don't do that. Don't say that on Twitch. You'll get banned. Yeah, I don't care what you say. I just I know I know how Twitch is. There was a time where I was like this was back when Twitch first became Twitch, but I was like, oh fuck me, and they thought I was trying to elicit sex from somebody. It's not a joke. I literally got banned because I said, oh fuck me. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, might offend somebody. You can sneeze and offend somebody these days. Yeah, I'll probably so I'm not gonna make all the walls usable. Um because there's not too much of a point to it. Otherwise I would have to make the entirety of the wall even, which is just dumb. Nobody's walls would be that fucking straight. That lady has a pretty shirt on. Um I'm gonna tell well, I say I've got to tell, but really I should just fix this goddamn mesh. Alright. What am I missing from this town? So I have one barracks, gate guards. I have the bar. I have an L house is what I need. Buildings, buildings. L house uno. What would be your perfect world? It's just a slave material shop. Um, one where things never fail to be completed. What the fuck does that mean? If everything is done, then nothing needs to be done, which means that there's no point in living. What are you talking about? Like, I gotta be real careful with what I say on Twitch because I'll get banned in a fucking heartbeat. But yeah, we could talk about that on Discord. Yeah, yeah, definitely talking some bullshit. If everything is done, then nothing needs to be done. You just get born into a world where everything is done, including everything you already want to do. Oh, you were born? Alright. Yes, that's the only thing that needed to be done. You were born, now we get to throw you out. Except the fact that you likely wouldn't exist because everything would already be done, which means that people would be done living. So, see, you just put yourself into a paradox. Alright, now we get to do save, turn it to night. I want to live in a world where everything is done. And what's that? Relax? No, see, but the thing is if everything is done, then you would have already relaxed. Need to relax? Okay, it's already done. Need to do something else? Okay, it's already done. By not having anything to do, your existence would become completely meaningless. You said you want to live in a world where everything is done. No, see, that's your problem, gunpowder. See, because you're already thinking, you're thinking about what the suicide rates would be, right? But they would be 100% because everything would already be done. Meaning that if somebody ever was like, "Man, I want to kill myself," they would instantly just be dead because everything is already done. I want to have a baby. Okay, it's done. I want to see that child grow up. Okay, it's done. Oh no, my child got hit by a car. Okay, that's done. You know what I mean? I want to be the richest man in the world. Okay, that's done. Ta-da, everything's done. Yeah, the intrinsic value of life would just stop. But the real question is, what do you consider a finished product? Because yeah, right? Okay, but see, but here's the problem with that amendment, right? So if everybody has a need, a compulsive need to finish something that they start, then almost nothing would ever get done because you would never know when something is finished because you would constantly find a reason compulsively for it not to be finished, which is another paradox. Like if I want to create a game, there's always going to be something I want to add to that game, which would mean that the game is never finished, which would be contradictory to the compulsive need to finish something. So people would just work until they die, which would basically just result in the same same thought process that you were just talking about. Well, then again, nothing would ever get done. So, to your amendment to the amendment, if everything can reach perfection, then you would create one thing and you would never create another thing, which would stagnate the world. Have a baby, create the perfect baby. You would never have another baby. So slowly we would just dwindle off. That's the beauty of life. Everything fucking sucks. That's why we make it better. Yeah, that's called life. What if imperfection was possible, but so was perfection? Yeah, that's called living. What you're doing right now. Right, except perfection is subjective. In fact, almost every thought is subjective. I tell you what, I am one hungry motherfucker right now. I am so glad I got another sandwich. It's a chicken Caesar. I cannot fucking English today. It's a chicken Caesar wrap on a spinach tortilla. Tell me that's not a bougie fucking white woman sandwich. Spinach tortilla? What the fuck is a spinach tortilla? Do you eat while you're high or something? Who the fuck would ruin a sandwich with bread, cheese, and ham by putting ketchup on it? What are you, 5 years old? Okay, but what you just said is not spicing it up. Ketchup is not spice. Ketchup is just vinegar and tomato. So you're just adding more blandness onto something bland. Unless, of course, the ham is, seasoned a specific way. What the fuck is that? Mayo and mustard is the way to go. Okay. They didn't spawn a single fucking shop. Oh, right. Sure, I love ketchup on hot dogs, on hamburgers. I don't even know what else I would use ketchup on. You know how fucking weird it is that this guy is smiling? You know how creepy that is? They're not smiling. Why the fuck are they smiling? Why are they smiling on the sign? Alright, let's see everybody spawn. Yo, I did not know that there were fucking bird sounds in this game. never played with fucking sounds on. Yo, that is fucking dope. I didn't know there were bird sounds in the game. Oh. I've never played with ambient sounds. Ever. Bitch, what? Why do you have an ill wound? Oh, never mind. I know why. Because of this dumbass. Maybe. Town, Port South. Residents at generic. Market stall generic. 4 of them. Yeah, so these the market stalls in towns will be the only place you can get Ronin weapons. And they re re the shop inventory respawns every 2 hours in game. So roughly every minute. Well, let's test it. Yeah, sorry, just chowing down on my sandwich. You're what? Holding your thumbs for me? Why are you holding your thumbs? It's a proverb? What the fuck does that mean? Oh, you've got your fingers crossed. Do you have, Ranger, do you have any other dialogue mods? Ranger, do you have any other dialogue mods? Because I'm curious if it's a dialogue issue also. Let me see. Hmm. Why can't you guys just use the goddamn same fucking name you have in Discord or something? Fucking weirdos. Yeah, I know you use Zesky. I meant like, um, Mac being Alt F4. So what is the condition that's triggering here? Alright, you know what? It doesn't even matter because that's a great way to solve a problem. Just delete it. Done, 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 done. Done. Oh, that's right, I've got to do this goddamn bridge. What was I doing? Walls, ramps, walls, ramps. Ramp 2. Crossbow Mark 2. So, do these guards have towns? I am absolutely dragging today. Gate guards. Add housemates. Ranger. That's not it. What are they called? They're, well, I can just search housemate. Turret? Turret people? Turrets? 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 Turrets, no faction. Housemate, no faction. How many members do they have? 10, 10, so, or they have 15. They have 15 per squad. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need to make 30 turret spots. I mean, I don't need to make 30 turret spots. They'll run around and shoot because they come with crossbows. Let's see. Let us put. Well, that's not going to make any sense because there's already a goddamn. I don't need a furniture unit. But maybe I should just do this. Or maybe what I should do is this. Not this. Or this. Um, Boron is working on a new FCS version. I don't know what the fuck is in it. But he's working on it. As Kendra said, he's working on fucking everything. Uh, and yeah, gunpowder. I don't want to have it here because it'll fuck with this guard spot. I also need to increase the guards. I think I should add like 2 more slavers. Yeah, he added a bunch of he or his friend added a bunch of extra features to it. Right, not 1, 2. Um, 'Too tall? It needs to be tall. I need to add those fucking wooden towers and then take the swamp wood and throw the texture on that. And in case you're wondering why it needs to be tall, it's so that the shot can drop. Because otherwise they won't be able to lead their target, like, up here, they can leave the target coming into the gate, but not that there's going to be many targets coming in this way. And then here, they can shoot up the hill straight. So now what I need to do is just put a tower where, put a tower where, put a tower where. I can't put it here because that's where the road's got to go. I could put it inside here. Obviously, not one. Then I'll just put a normal crossbows in here. Yeah, I could, yeah, I thought about doing pathing to buildings a while back, but it's such a finicky fucking process. It's not something I want to do. Control Shift F11. Save that. Save. Die. Alright, Slave Trader Gate Guard. Okay, bridges. I I love this game, but sometimes I really do hate Chris. Look at this fucking road. Who the fuck made this road? Chris did. Damn it, Chris. How dare you do this to the players? Okay. Oh, see, this is what I was talking about. So it tells me where stuff is floating. What the fuck are you? What are you? Oh. Okay. Now, render. Looks like all he did was a little trolling. Yeah. I don't think it's that bad. The road isn't that bad. Working with pre-existing roads and then building them back into the network isn't that hard. It's building new roads. Or sorry, moving roads, adjusting roads, and fixing them isn't that hard. It's the building new roads that's hard. Um, because there's no documentation on the road network. Um, the only person that really is good with roads is me, and I don't mean that facetiously. Like I, Boron, the first thing he ever said to me was, "Don't fucking touch the roads." I was like, I know what I'm doing. I'm good. But thanks. Yeah, I know. They're a pain in the fucking ass. Okay, so speak of the devil, I always start building new roads. No, you need to turn to. It's not flat, but that's good. It'll help support the road network. Nav mesh tools, roads. Nope. Render selection. Render selection. I'm not gonna lie, I keep forgetting this is here. Old drifters last. Foliage. Well, I think it's clean now. Let me see. Too big. Too big. Way too fucking big. I'll leave it. I guess I can walk through it, so it doesn't really matter too much about this road. All right. Um, functionally, this is done. Save. All right. See what else we got. See. While we're here. Let me see. What did I do? I think, well, you're gone. You're gone. Nighttime. Let's watch it. What's that? What about the cannibals? Sinkun Fortress. No, I'm just going through redoing what I did to the um, old update to make sure that it's eh, paired with the new update. They don't have that much electricity, so they'd have one of those. That's fine. Zeski, what were you talking about with the cannibal hunters? Right. Let's see. Alrighty, let's see. More tower, tall, C, B, D, A, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P. Tall house. Squared. Right, I can't put it here. Can I put it here? No. Oh, that's right. I need to turn the debug geometry back on. No. I do not think Kenshi 2 will add thirst. In fact, I can guarantee it. Let me see. Downloads. Discord stuff? How am I so sure? Give me 1 second. You guys are still on desktop mode. Because Chris said he doesn't. He's not gonna add it. Oh, you said how sure are you? 100%. 100%. There's not any doubt in my mind. As much micromanaging as there is, that's not to say that the functionality can't be added. You could basically just clone the functionality in Kenshi 2 and then hopefully inject it into the system again through a blueprint if we're able to use Unreal blueprints. But yeah. Now, if it was an option, if it was like, you know, hunger, thirst, cold, hot, you know, if all that was like optional, you could flip on and off without needing mods and stuff like that, I'd be totally down for it. You know what I mean? Having to carry around water when you're in a desert, or a tropical area, having a heat system in place, or a temperature system in place. I think that would be pretty wild, especially for as big of a game on, you know what I mean? Because it's almost guaranteed there's going to be boats. We know there's going to be more islands. We know there's going to be roughly 50% more landmass in Kenshi too. So all it really comes down to is, you know, if modders can add the functionality in, or if the functionality was an optional addition to the game. If it's an optional addition to the game, um, and it's done right, you could be sailing across the ocean, and guess what? You would need to have water. We already have sleep, though. I think making sleep mandatory, like, if I want to, I can make NPCs get in a bed. There's AI for it. I can make them get in bed and go to bed, and they already, they already do for the most part. Um, but yeah, I think it all comes down to um, travel across a bridge. But I think it all comes down to uh, how the functionality is done. Sorry. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. See, I'm not saying I don't like a needs system, but I don't. I don't want to get into the. There's already so much going on, even in just Kenshi 1. In Kenshi 2, I'm expecting so many more systems we don't even know about yet, right? I don't want a religion system. I don't want a emotion system. I don't want, or a belief system, I should say. You know what I mean? I don't, even if it is automated, I don't want it because that's so much mental processing with everything that's already going on in Kenshi. Um, and there's so many different systems in Kenshi. Like, so RimWorld was built, and the community enjoyed it being built from the ground up for those systems. But you're going to have Kenshi 1 players coming into Kenshi 2 expecting relatively the same system for the most part, but also maybe new systems on top of that. They don't they don't want to have to deal with a religion system. They don't want to have to. I'm not saying they can't be added. I'm just saying that if you're going to go the route of RimWorld and adding in much more features and systems and stuff like that, it needs to be completely optional, and it needs to be something that the player has complete control over. So if you know what I mean, like it shouldn't be um, a need. It should be a want, I guess is the simplest way to put it. Yeah. So in Kenshi, you can you can have almost 300 characters that you have to manage at any given time. In RimWorld, you have like 30. You know what I mean? So having to manage the religion for your faction and every single squad, every single character, if you decide to go with max characters, that is a wild. That is wild. All right, let's see how you look from a distance now. Yeah, go away. Oops. Should pop in any second now. Oh, let me see. Shift, escape, options, graphics. So that's another thing. That's another thing Chris said he doesn't want the player to focus on. Which is kind of something I'm trying to emulate. He does not want building to be the main focus. Where the fuck is this town? Well, I guess if you're a normal player, you might not see it. Yeah, Chris said he does not want building to be the main focus, like it has become. I would have to find that screenshot as well. There we go. That's pretty good. No, I don't think he meant less building, just less focus on building. Like, we already know the building system is being expanded, and I think that's why a lot of this stuff is taking a lot of time, because it's not just about. He basically wants to speed up the building process, um, if that makes sense. That's why you have the snap to feature. That's why you have, you know what I mean? Because when I get around to building interiors, you guys will understand exactly what I mean. Yeah, like you'll still obviously be able to build your own base, set up your own functioning squad, home base squad and stuff like that. But it all comes down to, let's see, Mecha More. It all comes down to how things are done. 3043. 3047. Delete. 3046. Delete. I need to redo cage from scratch. Lycus should be gone, and I've got to delete the lure. Actually, I can do that now. Or was it Gale? It was Gale, so 3353. $33.52. Bone Pal, Mechamore, Gale. Okay. Not tilde. Exit. Alright, I'm gonna try and polish up those deletes, see if there's anything missing. So in case anyone was wondering what I was just doing, I was deleting the zone files. Sometimes towns are super easy to delete, and other times they are not so easy to delete. For instance, if I go to, where the hell was Lycus? It was down here, right? I should see it on the map. It was here, I think. No, it was here, maybe? Foliage. What the fuck was I saying? So sometimes it's easier to delete stuff in game. Other times, um, for instance, you can see what the zone file is up here when I hover over it, so it highlights it. So if something is in, say, this zone, 30, 34, 53, I just go into the level data and delete it, 34, 53. And then anything that isn't vanilla data gets erased. So sometimes it's as easy as that, but other times, let me see, like, for example, this, Gale, technically it's gone, but if we go over there, so the only thing that's gone are these two squares. This entire city is here, and then I'll show you why. Because Gale stays in these two zones. So now I can just go to town placement, Gale, delete, and it's done. Which opens up if we turn foliage back on, which opens up a lot more functionality to the city. I ended up tightening up the city, so instead of having it super spread out like this, I did this. I basically just rebuilt the entire town. Police station 4. Okay. So we'll turn foliage off again to make sure we're not missing any lights. All right. So now we'll turn foliage back on so we can see what we're building. We'll go to walls. Let me see. Let's not do metal because their whole fucking village was destroyed. So let's see. We'll delete this. We'll delete the Fish Island banners. Okay. In case you guys want to see how my creative process is, I'm just gonna redo this entire thing. Let's see, so I want to do wall C's. Actually, let me get a gate first. That's not gonna work. Defensive gate. What the fuck is that? We should probably do 3. And then we'll go with a C wall. Not a C wall, but wall C. We'll lay you down. We'll lay you down. And you'll go... Hold on, let me just do this. And then... So we'll lay you down. And we'll just drop you into the ground. have no clue. We'll probably raise this up to hide this side of the wall. And I guess that means that I would have to do the same here. Which is fine. Okay, so now we'll need to tilt this there. And then, let me see. Capsule or frame? Shit, let's just place a capsule there. So now we have a wall. And to make it look like they're really bunkered in there, what we'll do is we'll take the stockade. No. No. No, stop snapping. Yeah, Snug made it for us. Yeah, the idea was to create something that looks crappy, or rather, it looks scrappy. Like it's super shoddily thrown together. Which I think he created this and did that perfectly. Which walls are you talking about? Are you talking about the? Hold on, let me find them real quick. Let me see. Are you talking about these, Ranger? Or, um, these? I mean, I think both are fine. Yeah. What do you What do you think these are? This is the same exact model as this. It just looks different. It's made by the same person. Uh, this one might also be Snug Snug. Because this is just the same exact asset as well. This one is probably more advanced, because I'm pretty sure these were some of the first ones he made. Because you can see the collisions are completely different. But yeah, if I recall, they were all made by Snug Snug. So this one, the Stockade, used to have a bug where NPCs would run up to the wall, and because these larger spikes are slanted in different ways, it would act like a ramp, and then they would get stuck on the wall because they can't come down. Yeah, kind of like that. So anyways, Now you get a wall. This one is just gonna be metal. Probably. Let's see. Let's do it like this. So, walls, fencing wall, makeshift wall. Okay, and then let me see. I need to go from here to there. I could do this, which would make sense. Alright, we'll see. So how many sections is that? 1, 2, 4. 1, 2. Alright, let me see. Nope, that'll just fuck it up. We can delete you. I guess that's not low enough, so here, here, here. Don't need you. Straighten you out. I will straighten you out. So just as a heads up, tomorrow I will not be modding Kenshi. I'm gonna take I'll probably be streaming most of the day, but I won't be playing Kenshi. I might play Borderlands 3 again. I'm having a lot of difficulty getting into that game. Something about it seems off. I played 1. I didn't like 1 very much. I played 2, and I felt like that game was perfect, and then I picked up 3. I mean, technically, I didn't pick up 3. I bought, like, the Vault Hunters Trio Super Ultra Mega Dope Pack, or whatever it was, back when it was on a Steam sale, 2 years ago. I think when Borderlands 3 first released. Um, but yeah. So I might play that. I'm not that far in. Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna get these walls down. I'm pretty sure you guys understand what the hell I'm doing. Whoops. That looks pretty good. I do not like how straight this one is, though. But what was I saying? So I probably won't stream Kenshi tomorrow. I might. Who the fuck knows? But I'm gonna try and not stream tomorrow. Kenshi tomorrow. Just relax and hang out. Vibe. Alright. But anyways. Um, yes, Spoon is playing Minecraft, so we can go and raid him. But I'll catch you guys later. I'll be on Discord if you are on the Discord. If not, join the Discord.